Okay, here we go. So, since the last time, I've done a little bit of grinding, a little bit of splunking in the caves. But today, we are going to the old chateau, as promised. So this is an area you can actually get back to, I think, as soon as you are able to use Cut, which I think happens. As soon as you beat the Eternity Gym, that was Gardenia, but we skipped it back then. So, there's always, at least almost always, some kind of haunted area in Pokemon games, and this is one of the ones in Diamond and Pearl. There's actually two, because there's the Pokemon Tower as well. Great strategy. I mean, you use Bite on this thing, it's level 12, it's not going to require a great strategy. No, we did some, I think I fought some trainers again, previously beaten, get some more cash, and did plenty of Pokemon breeding. Nothing of note we want to use here. It's actually trying to get a shiny Snorunt for a friend of mine. And lots of use of the GTS in Pokemon Home, to such an extent that we've really started filling in that Pokédex. So nothing back here apparently. I bet the Dowsing machine would show me something, but probably nothing too exciting. Oh, there's something over here though. Empty trash can, empty trash can. And an antidote in that one. Definitely useful in this area. With all the ghastly around, high chance of getting poisoned. Let's find out what's over here. Nothing in there. Lots of Pokemon books, but I wouldn't take anything in here. You don't know what'll come home with you. So my belief is that knocking out Ghastly, well, at this point won't give me much experience. It will give Houndoom some extra points towards special attack, which we can certainly use, considering that's what Houndoom's game plan is. So we use it to use special attack moves. That's really what it can do best. Let's check out over here. Looks like plenty more. Better start from the right and search. Now, there's a really fun thing in this game on the DS versions where if you had I think it was a copy of Fire Red or Leaf Green in your DS, along with Pokemon Diamond or Pearl, you could catch a Ghastly, a Gengar in here, which otherwise you would need to trade for. That was done because the DS, for the kids out there, had two slots. Had one for Game Boy Advance games, TM09 Substitute, that's a useful move. TM90 Substitute, apparently but so it had two slots, so you could play Game Boy Advance games in it too. Did you see that? Did you see that little girl on the right hand side? Oh, I got actual chills. Of course, we're not really gonna see that little girl again, right? But I'm down here in my basement alone at night, so I'm a little scared. That is great. Truth is, like, movies don't scare me, but the idea of a game doing something it's not supposed to do, I think for gamers, people who play a lot of video games at the very least, it's scary, because that's not supposed to happen. And at least for me, personally, look, there's a little girl again. But we're gonna go out there and no one's there. No one's in here. Who is that little girl? But the idea of a game doing something it's not supposed to do terrifies me. And I bet I'm not the only person who feels that way. It's because they're programmed to be certain things. A movie, not a thing, you know? Look at that static. So in the original Diamond and Pearl, at 3 a.m. you would fight a Rotom there, so that might be something we go back and do at some point. Again, like maybe in 40 episodes. And it's not just Pokemon games, or Pokemon games are especially, there's always some kind of spooky aspect to each one. They put that in there, and I think it's so effective because it's just a game for kids. But Nintendo games in general tend to try to slip those in. You know, really do something to get under the skin of an older player. The Dread Plate powers up Ghost-type moves, among other things. You can change the type of one Pokemon and one Pokemon only. Alright. So, moving on. It looks like just one more section. And this is it. It's an old Gato. I don't think those are around in the original. Something tells me that was something that was around in Sun and Moon, I think. As just like a nice tribute to the Sinnoh region. But that's that. That's the old chateau. Here's an ether. We cannot fly out of here. Here's a Cascoon. And we are running away from this one. Because we gain nothing by beating this Cascoon. I guess Bastiodon might. Oh, there we go. So if we run to any more of those, at least the right Pokemon will be there for the job. And we made it out. But I mentioned I was using a lot of the global trade service. Well, first let's do this. Poor Bastiodon cannot keep up. But it's cute. I like seeing it walk over to me. Since we now have cut, we can skip the Eterna Forest. Come here, but there's some berries here. And there's a trainer. Houndoom's got the amulet coin. Oh, just leaf stickers. But there's something else here, but I guess not. Let's try up there. I'm apparently stuck. There we go, some items. Pile of silver powder. And TM82 Sleep Talk. Sleep Talk is a pretty cool move. If your Pokemon uses rest, Sleep Talk allows it to use one of your other moves while it's asleep, but it's at random. Then Silver Powder boosts the power of Bug-type moves, so pretty cool. But let's do one more thing here. Pokédex is actually at 150, and it's at 150 owned, so using a lot of transferring of what I already had, a couple trades here and there, I caught them all. So let's see what Professor Rowan thinks of this. I've spotted 150 Pokemon in Sinnoh. I see, you've met all the Pokemon there are in Sinnoh. Dawn, I need to see you at my lab. I'll be waiting. Alright, so sounds like we've got... You can see my Snorunt shiny hunt there. It sounds like we've got to head back to Sandgem Town here. And here's the lab. Don't worry, Bastiodon, we'll come get you. Here's Rowan. Ah, Dawn, you've come to show me your progress in the Pokédex? So you've seen 150 Pokemon. Bravo, Dawn, you've recorded all the Pokemon of Sinnoh in your Pokédex. This will help immeasurably with my studies on Pokemon evolution. And it's Professor Oak. Greetings, Professor Rowan. It's been a very long time. I'll tell you, Sinnoh certainly is a long trip from Kanto. Of course, if it means meeting new Pokemon, there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel. Oh, visit my old colleague, Professor Oak. I should have expected as much from the world's authority on Pokemon. We always used to joke, where there are Pokemon, you'll find Oak. It's good to see that hasn't changed one bit. Professor Oak, let me introduce you to my young assistant. This youngster has filled every page of the Sinnoh Pokédex for me. Ah, well, very glad to meet you. As you've heard, my name is Oak. I've been hearing a great deal about you from Professor Rowan lately. He's been exuberant in praise, but a fantastic young trainer. I see you live up to, no, that you've surpassed his praise. You've also got an impeccable sense of timing. You see, I had an errand to run for Professor Rowan on my visit here. He asked me to bring the data for the National Pokédex, so since you're here, let me upgrade your Pokédex with the National mode. After all, there are many kinds of Pokemon in this world of ours. So our Pokédex gets upgraded to the National mode. It won't be easy to complete the National Pokédex, however I'm sure you will make an honest attempt on our behalf. Have no fear, Dawn will get the job done. By the way, Professor Oak, what compelled you to visit this region? Ah yes, I've heard that Ramanas Park is now open. If I remember correctly, it's in the end of Route 221. Ramanas Park has a special system that tracks every imaginable kind of Pokemon from every region. I've come to make certain that system is operating properly. Dawn, you should make an effort to visit Ramanas Park too. Oops, I'll be late for my meeting if I don't get going. Okay, it was a pleasure seeing the both of you. Bye now. Off he goes, as busy as ever. Now, Dawn, I have a gift here as your reward for completing the Sinnoh Pokédex. It's a Poké Radar. That's the Pokemon Radar, or just Poké Radar for short. Use it and it will indicate grass patches where Pokemon are lurking. I prepared that to help my field assistants put together the Sinnoh Pokédex, but you took care of that. I'm sure it'll be useful for your goal of filling the National Pokédex. So, the Poké Radar, yeah, it does help us find Pokemon that actually poor Lucas. It does help us find Pokemon that actually are not in the standard Sinnoh Pokédex right here in Sinnoh. So let's find that real fast. Oh, must not be a Pokechap. Oh, egg on my face. But, let's get back to the HM screen since we'll be needing to fly out of here pretty soon. And hard to remember what I was supposed to get back to, but I think it was, Heart Home. Right, but our Pokédex has also been upgraded. So now there are 493 Pokemon for us to find. And it starts with the original 150. As you can see, I've found quite a few of these. Ones I have not yet been able to transfer, although I believe I have all these at this point. Down here at the bottom. Just some of those legendary Pokemon. So we're actually 10 away at this point. Pretty good progress, obviously, but still have to get that done. Okay, let's fly on back. I was gonna say Home City, but I guess it's actually at this point Solaceon Town we're heading to. And then here's a basically a freebie here. We've got 493 Pokemon. There's not much we haven't caught, so this guy wants us to catch something. Golduck. And we got it. He got some quick balls. So this guy's just gonna pretty much give us balls anytime we talk to him the rest of the game. Or I guess every day for the rest of the game. Now, I gotta admit, I'm really feeling kind of bad for poor Bastiodon. Can't keep up, but Dustox hopefully can do a little bit of a better job. Oh, do need to get on my bike here. And we have got the secret potion that Cynthia gave us. And their headaches are better, so now they go away. And Cynthia comes and visits us. Oh good, use the secret medicine I gave you. Sudok are known to suffer from chronic headaches, but no one's been able to figure out what triggers the headaches. Oh yes, can I ask you a big favor? I want you to deliver this old charm to my grandma in Celestic Town. I know there are some rare Pokemon between here and Celestic Town, and I've caught them all, so it'll be worth your while to go. But of course we'll do it for Cynthia. My grandma has this sort of bossy air about her. I think you'll recognize her right away. Yes, I'm sure you will. She's the elder of Celestic Town. As for the location, look on your town map. You can't miss it. Okay, I'm counting on you. See you again down the road. Well then. And there's the whole, well, what are these dark patches? I'll tell you. Apparently not a thing. I thought that was going to be those ninja trainers. Ponyta. I think they will probably give us speed. Speed's always good too. So go ahead, Houndoom. You can knock these guys out as well. Good job, buddy. The cat thinks I was praising him for biting me on the hand. Now, he didn't break the skin, but always wash cat wounds quickly, even your own cats. This is a health PSA. Super Repel. If you don't want Pokemon to run into you, that's the medicine for you. But I don't mind. You can always run away from the Geodudes, for example. Don't want really any part of Geodude. A lot of those guys are packing sturdy. This cat keeps biting me. Ponyta's a pretty interesting choice in this game. In terms of fire-type Pokemon, in this version you get Houndoom, so you do get thrown a bone, but in the original Diamond and Pearl, Platinum added Houndoom, but in the original Diamond and Pearl, you can pick Chimchar or you can get a Ponyta. Those are your only two fire-type Pokemon you can actually use. I always loved that. Sinnoh is a cold region. Why would there be fire-type Pokemon? But I know it's a point of contention for a lot of people. You're not supposed to complete the Sinnoh Pokédex until after you beat the game, but you know, every playthrough is going to be different, and we happen to have been playing Pokemon since we were 8. Look, I was born in the 80s. I've been doing this for a couple minutes now. We'll take on more of these Ponyta. That's just fun. I don't mind the speed boost that I might get from that. Looks like there's an item over there. Yeah, Geodude. No thanks. I'm all coordinate in the background as always. It's a very pretty game. It's got a nice style to it. Massive thump somewhere upstairs. I believe the cat did something wrong. And a nervous wife. Right on. So, for the record there, that was a cat knocking over a mirror, and we are in dense fog all of a sudden. And there's a gentleman there. Said if we could use the fog, we'd be in good shape here. And adding, but we can't. It's like, thanks, man. The fog is a weather condition like rain or hail that lowers accuracy. Now, at this point, it's honestly worth like wondering, like, hey, you know, is something I have to go through? And it looks like it is. Looks like we're heading to Celestic Town next. So we gotta figure it out. I appreciate your intense and determined eyes, but right now the best thing you can do, run away from everything not named Ponyta. And I don't have my headphones on today. Yes, no headphones, no hearing against when I even bonk against things. Here's a trainer. Melissa's got a Ponyta, which is great because this is exactly what we feel like knocking out right now. I'm glad you're relaxed, but you gotta actually connect to these moves. That's not gonna be easy. Yordle is exactly what Houndoom is good against. This trainer's got a good start to her team, though. Girafarig gained some more levels too. Really hoping to see some good special attack out of Girafarig. Oh, here's another one. Oh, Dustox is holding something. He's got a Pomeg berry. That was not a trainer, that was just a Dustox. My Dustox. Nothing. Okay, here we go. Some guys running around in circles. You can fight us if you want. Here's Zach and Jen. Really not a good matchup. I'd take two Shocks either way, so let's just go for it. Houndoom, we don't want out there with the Gyarados. Fortunately, we can lower that Gyarados' attack. Figure he'll use Waterfall, which is why we got Houndoom out of there. It's kind of a glass cannon. Oh, that worked better. Gyarados has no chance against electricity. A lot of money from those two. Not see a thing, I can't really hear anything either. There's steps. There's another set. They seem to be on a giant bridge or something. There's a Mothin. I don't know if we've seen one of those yet. That is, I believe, the male evolution from Burmy. Dustox gains a level. Onyx coming out. We want Gyarados. Of course, that rock type aspect to it. see what we can do. Alright, because we hit. It's super effective, and that one's knocked out. Good job, Gyarados. Luxio have not worked out a pretty good counter yet against that. Let's just go with Luxray. Oh my gosh, and then after this we're gonna have to cut out this episode. We intimidate each other. We are going to use Bite. It'll use Leer, but miss. Good job, Luxray. And as long as this connects, that's it. Bastiodon will gain a level. More to that thing's defenses. Well, as long as we have that, I guess we're okay, but let's save right here. Thank you very much for watching as always. See you next time.